Hi Boan, thank you for joining me on another episode on Sunnylanka. I'm your host Priya, and today we will be making a very simple but very popular dish that is found in every Sri Lankan household, and that is um, ala Hodhi, which is potato in coconut curry, and it is enjoyed especially with string hoppers. So we're having string hoppers for breakfast, and I thought I would just shoot a video very quickly. And it is so simple, so quick that I had to actually think about the ingredients because you can do it mindlessly after a while. But anyways, let's go through the ingredients very quickly. Ala potatoes. So we need potatoes. I've cut up about three of them, three small ones here, and I have them in water so that they don't discolor. And I've cut them into small pieces, not too big, small pieces. And then we also need some spices, very simple spices. Turmeric, I have a quarter teaspoon. I may not use all of it depending on how dark your turmeric is. And 1 teaspoon of fenugreek, uluhal. I have here 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and this will be to taste. So it may be a little more or a little less depending on how much we need at the end. This is optional, but I think it adds a nice flavor if you have it. It is dried very tiny shrimp, and they are very popular in Sri Lanka. It's used for many dishes, and so I'm going to use it here in my Hodhi. And this is optional, so if you don't have it, that's fine, you don't need to use it. You can also use malted fish chips instead. I have 2 onions, small onions that I have sliced and then cut halfway, so the slices are not too long. You can slice them all the way through, and that's fine as well. Some of the other things that we need are a very small piece of cinnamon that I've just broken down, 2 pods of cardamom, 1 clove, and I'm using red chilies. These are Thai chilies, but you can use the green chilies that you have, and that will be fine as well. And I don't want too much heat in this, so I'm just putting 1 that I've cut halfway. 1 clove of garlic. You can add more garlic if you like it. Rampa or pandan leaf, I have here just a few pieces, 4 or 5 pieces. And one thing that I am missing that I do not have with me is curry leaves. This is definitely a dish that will enjoy having curry leaves in it because the flavor does come out. But I don't have any today, so none for me. And I have here thin coconut milk or diluted coconut milk, and I'm 3 cups. And that's because I want about 3 to 4 cups of Hodhi at the end. So you can adjust it accordingly. This is what's going to determine how much gravy you will have, or how much curry you'll have, okay? So that's your thin 3 cups of coconut milk, and 1 cup, almost 1 cup of thick coconut milk. And that is for you to pour at the end. Coconut cream, and that is just to pour at the end. And of course, salt to taste. So let's begin. Okay, so basically what you do is throw most of it into the pot. I'm using a clay pot today. It's traditionally done in a clay pot, but you don't have to. You can use just a normal pan. Okay, there goes the potatoes. All of the coconut milk, and this is the thin coconut milk that I'm using. Okay. I'm putting in the tiny shrimp. That is optional, like I said. The rampa, garlic, chili, and the spices, the cinnamon, cloves, and cardamom, all of it. It's so simple. All you're doing is just putting everything in, okay? The onions. And last but not least, the fenugreek and turmeric. Okay, and I'm giving that a stir. Turning the stove on. And you notice that I did not put in the salt and the coconut cream. So those are the 2 things I have not put in. And the reason I didn't put in salt is because of the potatoes. We need the potatoes to cook fast. Because if you put in salt, it'll take a long time for the potatoes to cook in. Some of the other things that you can put in the hodhi. Hodhi, this is ala hodhi, so of course it has potatoes in it. But hodhi is basically the coconut curry. And to hodhi you can add in ala potatoes, or you can put in malu miris, which is the banana peppers, the hot banana peppers. You can also put in tomatoes. So there are a variety of things that you can put into hodhi. And I just wanted to do a very basic one this morning. And of course, you know, with the pandan leaves, don't forget the curry leaves if you have it, okay? I just don't. But yeah, so I'm just going to let it sit there and cook. And I have it on a medium flame there. And it's going to cook. I'm not going to cover it. I'll just let it cook, let it come up to a boil, and then drop it down to a simmer. Okay, now that it's come up to a boil, I'm just going to drop the heat down to a simmer and let the potatoes cook through. It's not yet cooked completely, so a few more minutes. And I will also cover it partially. Just make sure that there's a little bit of a space so that it doesn't boil over. Okay, and give it a few more minutes till all you're checking is that the potatoes are cooked. Okay, so now I'm pretty sure the potatoes must be cooked. Let's take that away. And I'm just going to cut one halfway. See that it is cooked. And yeah, it cuts very easily. Alright, so the potatoes are cooked. I'm going to put in my salt to taste. And then you need to drop the heat all the way down to low. Okay. And put in your coconut cream. And give that a stir. And this is the exact color that you want to. Not a very bright yellow, but not too pale either. So I hope it comes out okay in the video so you can see. And then I put in my lemon juice. And it is to taste. So you want a little bit of a tangy taste, not too sour. And the lemon juice, I'm going to say is optional. So after you add in your coconut cream, you can taste it. And if that's good enough for you, then that's fine. You don't have to put in the lemon juice, but I like a little bit of lemon juice. Needs a little more salt. And after you've put in your coconut milk, you shouldn't heat it up too much because it'll separate. So yeah, that's perfect. So that's it. Now you can dish it out and enjoy it. So turn off the stove and you're done. So there you go, folks. Today's dish, ala hodhi, or potatoes cooked in coconut gravy. And I hope you enjoyed this dish. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, Ayubowan.